And now, here's the breakdown with Justin Hunte.
Justin Hunt, what up, though?
Jude, what's going on, man?
Shit, I'm over here chilling like Bob Dylan.
Word up, got the Gators on?
Yeah, the little crocodiles, my Crocs.
Those are fresh to death, man.
We was talking off the air, like I just been on a real, I just want to kill reptiles, bro, and then wear them bitches.
Like
yeah. Like what?
I keep thinking about you talking about the crocodile hunter.
Like, yeah, like the crocodile hunter, man. Like, yeah, now I got them on my feet.
Yeah, those are fresh to death, man. I put on a Jude jumpsuit today thinking I was like in style, still out of style because I ain't got the Crocs on.
Bro, you in style, man. Like I've noticed a lot of cats are rocking the jumpsuits now, man. Like they're rocking the tracksuits.
Right.
I still got them. I still look like the 90s, though, with the Sergio Tachinis. But fuck it.
Cats be talking about that in the comment section on these videos, man. They be like, man, where'd you get them tracksuits from, man? You've been on it for like 2 years.
Yeah, I got them dead stock off of eBay. I love thrifting. Like, that's my shit. Like, I love going thrift shopping, like, and hunting and finding, like, ill fucking, like, throwback designer shit. But you can never, it's impossible to find fucking tracksuits at the thrift store.
Are you one of those cats who doesn't like to tell people which thrift stores you're going at?
Nah, I'm not like that. Like if someone's going in town, going to Michigan, I'll be like, yo, check out this one, check out that one, check out this one. But I'm gonna be real with you, man. I remember like being out there a few years ago, and there were some people from Japan, and they had 3 carts just with shit piled up in that bitch. And I was like, this how the Indians must have felt with the buffaloes. I was just looking at them like, man, I hate y'all motherfuckers, man. You come fly in here, take all our shit. You finna fly back to Japan and like sell it at triple the cost.
It's like the original culture vultures.
Oh, bro,
buffaloes.
Yo, yeah, straight up, yeah. It was like, those some nice buffaloes you got over there. Be a shame if someone shot 10,000 of them. That'd be a shame. That's how I was like, you must. And then the worst part was then the fucking thrift store people was like, oh, this shit worth something. Now I got like some ladies that don't know shit about clothes trying to charge me fucking $20 for a fucking 2011 Calvin Klein shirt. I'm like, man, that shit wasn't even worth 20 when it dropped, man.
They should be the thrift store people should be ashamed of themselves, man. They should be franchising.
Yo, they do be franchising.
They need to just go ahead and open up the spot in Japan.
If they were smart, they would. But let's be real. Poor people aren't smart. No. I'm just fucking with you. Man. What do you got? What do you got for me in the news today?
It's the craziest story of the week to me.
They're
both these stories are pretty crazy. This first one was very unexpected. Dave Chappelle and Daniel Caesar got into an altercation on John Mayer's live stream. Nothing physical, wasn't no fights, but
wait, John Mayer.
John Mayer. You know Dave Chappelle and John Mayer have been friends forever.
I remember he was in a fucking like one of his skits.
Right.
I didn't know they actually liked him. That's crazy.
I feel like all those guys, Kweli, Kanye, John Mayer, Dave Chappelle, they were just...
They all just hung out together and shit. They was fucking...
Soulquarians, all those guys.
Now, can you play me a bit of the fella that Dave Chappelle was arguing with? What's the guy's name?
Daniel Caesar. He's a really talented singer, pianist from Canada.
Oh, he's a pianist. Is he a big pianist up there?
He's a popular pianist.
Yeah.
But he's really talented. So
this is him right here?
Yeah, it's piece of.
He must be dicking her down because her vocals are all over his shit. I can't hear nothing he's saying. It's a nice song though.
It's nice, man.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that song.
And he's definitely living his moment right now. So he's working with John Mayer. I think this is after a show. I'm not quite sure, but it definitely took place on John Mayer's live stream. And as comedians are apt to do, they have jokes.
Yeah.
Daniel Caesar is in the background of this clip that we have, and he gets offended. So we have we have about a minute or two of the exchange back and forth. Dave Chappelle calls him gay, and Daniel Caesar gets upset.
Wait, all right, so let me just get this right. So Dave Chappelle is chilling with John Mayer on John Mayer's live.
Yes.
And now, where is this Daniel Caesar fella? Is he?
He's there as well.
He's there as well.
He's there. He's off screen. What they're doing is they're introducing Daniel Caesar. I think he's going to play some music.
And they're just fucking around. He's just cracking. All right, let's see it. All right, bet. Okay, now I get it.
The first time you heard him sing a little bit.
Yeah, very gay. Huh? I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? I'm just kidding. Daniel Caesar's a musician from Toronto that I just met tonight.
Damn.
Black. I got jealous. I didn't know John had other black friends. Well, I'm teasing John. He has a ton of black friends, but
he's got 4.
He's amazing, and he's a musical guest tonight.
Well, yeah. You want to set up and we'll do this. We'll do the tune. You're not feeling it?
Not yet. No, Daniel, not yet.
What the fuck was that?
What I said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I offend you?
Yeah.
Daniel's from Toronto, and he literally.
Hold on.
Wait.
He's literally.
Hold on.
I'm drunk.
Are both
too.
parties drunk?
No, we're all drunk.
Okay. Well, everyone is drunk. I'm the only sober person.
Oh
in the
my
entire
God!
Wait,
If I
hit pause.
fist fight on your show, I'll be furious.
Hit pause, dude. Are you offended? Yep.
Needs a little more bass in his voice. Like,
Yeah.
He's supposed to be like,
What, bitch? Yeah.
You ain't gonna put no bananas in the tailpipe, man.
Yeah.
You're supposed to lower the octave.
Drunk
a little
milk
bit if
dud looking motherfucker. And then you see John Mayer over there just shook like, please.
He is trying to referee the best he can.
It's like, I can't have my 2 black friends fighting.
We got to bring this back like maybe 10 seconds because
Yeah.
you could see the moment right after Daniel Caesar, with his,
I want to bring it
yes.
back 15 seconds. I want to hear the yup. I want to hear the gay and the yup.
It's kind of in line with what Chappelle said in the beginning, but anyway. But listen to what Chappelle says right after Daniel Caesar says that he was offended.
All right, let's hear this.
Yeah.
Wait, go
Daniel's
back.
from-
Go back,
Yeah,
bro. Go back.
He's amazing.
Go back.
And he's a musical guest tonight.
Yeah, all right.
Well, yeah. You want to set up and we'll do this. We'll do the tune. You're not feeling it?
Not yet. No, Daniel, not yet.
What the fuck was that?
What I said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I offend you?
Yeah.
Daniel's from Toronto, and he literally.
Hold on.
He's literally.
Hold on.
I'm drunk.
Are both
too.
parties drunk?
No, we're all drunk.
Okay. Well, everyone is drunk. I'm the only sober person.
Oh
in the
my
entire
God! If I fist fight on your show, I'll be furious.
Is there
No, Daniel, not yet.
Hold on. Is there
Daniel,
Hold on.
not yet.
Hold on a minute.
Oh yeah, I'm just setting up.
But Dave, identify for 1 second. This is what I want to do on my show. I have all these plush animals.
Are you offended for real?
Identify for.
He said, are you gay for real?
Do it on camera. Do it on camera.
Yeah, this is on camera.
Do it on camera. Dave, people just saw for a minute what happens when you speak freely and there's alcohol in your hand and you're working free association and you accidentally say something
Yeah,
that
say shit.
trips someone's feelings up. Now you
The
have
wrong word is accidentally.
Of course it's accident, but you have
Thank
to
you.
clean it up. It's a 3-second cleanup.
No,
The guy's working for the first time on social media. I don't want to speak for it.
I'll tell you right
Just
now.
clean it up. It takes
Wait a
10
minute,
seconds.
no. Daniel, you're great. You're great. Before this broadcast started, you don't mind that I put the camera completely on me.
I'm here. Current mood is about
Before
joy.
the
and it's-
broadcast
John Mayer is so
started.
shook right
Is
now.
it okay if we just actually go into this?
No,
Yeah.
wait, I want to say something.
It'll be very
That
interesting.
Yeah.
before this broadcast started, me and this brother sat at a piano. He played expertly, beautifully. I'd never met him before. And I knew for a fact that I was in the presence of not just someone that was good, but someone that was great. But the fact that I offended you as a comedian,
But you're exactly. I'm being sensitive.
correct.
Exactly. So
I don't think.
He's being gay. He's acting gay. I think. Look, man. Look. Here's the deal. There's 2 things going on. He's Canadian. There's 3 things. He's new, and he's got Dave Chappelle shitting on him. He might be gay, and 4, he might be gay, and he might not have been ready to let everybody know that he was gay.
I can't disagree with any of that. And either
Is
way,
is he gay and like has he come out as gay?
I tell you, the last thing I care about is who people smacking bellies with. So I can't even answer that question.
I know
I didn't even see no interviews on that. Maybe,
but
I don't know.
You know how that shit goes. What do people do when they want to sell more records?
That has not been his storyline yet.
Okay,
we'll say.
But
that.
they just be like, "Hey, I like some dick in my booty,"
right?
And then they fucking
and if
sell records.
If that has been part of his storyline, it's not what people mostly know him for.
What do they know him for?
For making great
for
songs.
Musicals?
Yeah, for actually being dope. For making great songs. For that song you just heard right there with her, right? And her just won a bunch of Grammys last year. These guys are really, really talented. What gets me about this whole thing is, let's say he didn't want people to know that. He gave it away.
Yeah, like he could have laughed at. Look, man, you got to decide quickly what to do when you're on live and someone calls you out on some shit like that. And you got to assess the situation. Now, if I'm brand new and there's a drunk legend comedian that cracks a joke on me and I'm not a comedian, oh, that's funny, Dave. Yeah, fucking gay. That's funny. Here, I'm about to play my song. Like, you got to laugh that shit off, or have 15 comebacks in your pocket because you and Dave about to roast each other.
Yeah, and you should be happy with the fact that you might lose. It's Dave Chappelle. You're probably gonna lose that roasting session,
bro. If you get a couple in, hey Dave, how's that show you got on Comedy Central?
Yo, Dave, what was it like going crazy?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you got some jokes for Dave, like you got some, and I fuck with Dave Chappelle.
When'd you start using steroids, Dave? Muscle guys ain't funny.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's 100 jokes to crack on Dave Chappelle.
Something.
But he wasn't ready
At all.
He wasn't. You know why? He's a penis. He ain't a comedian. He's a penis. He wasn't ready for Dave. He was not ready for Dave, and neither was John Mayer.
I thought it was tepid overall, though. I mean,
Yeah.
I really feel like more than anything else, like, I see this now. I see so many people getting mad at comedians all the time. But I do wonder, at some point, are comedians going to have to evolve?
No.
Right? Because some jokes
Well, they
go
do.
out of style, right? Certain conversations become taboo in history. There's certain jokes that clearly ain't funny to nobody.
Well,
Are we
they're
at that
still
point
funny
now?
to me, but like, yo, did you see what was it? I think it was Eddie Murphy, Raw. No. Was it Raw or fucking Delirious that was on fucking? It was on Netflix.
I can't remember. I think Raw had the red suit, right?
And
Delirious had the
black.
Yeah, the black suit.
I forgot. I want to say it's Delirious, and he comes out with faggot ass faggot and says faggot probably 27 times in the first 3 minutes, dog. Like, and what if Elvis was gay? What if, like, he just goes like, and that was the 80s. That was like, damn, that was 30 years ago. Like, think about it. That was 30 years ago, and like, that shit was jokes back then. Like, you do that shit now, you can't do the Oscars.
All right, take what's the guy from Seinfeld, right? At some point in time, that was funny. That would have been, let's say he did that same joke. Let's say Kramer did that same bit in the 20s. He would have killed that room.
To me, I think Kramer lost his shit and started calling people out their fucking name. And I think I didn't find that funny at all. I don't think that would have been funny in any time.
I think it would have been funny in the 20s.
You think so?
His audience in the 20s would have loved that. Everybody was calling black people out there. It was damn near legislation.
Yeah, but like the thing was like, Kramer was angry. You know what I mean? That like Kramer was angry. It wasn't like here was a man at a time that like cracked a joke that used to be fucking funny and not like, oh shit, what happened? Like, oh, they're not saying that anymore. Like, I feel like I'm that dude. Like, I feel like I'm that dude. That's why I still be saying that shit. Just for my truckers out there. Like, so they don't feel alone. Like, yeah. Calling shit gay and fags and shit like that. And bitches and cunts. Like, I do that for my peeps. I do that for my folks.
Take something like even like blackface, for example. Let's take Kramer's technique aside, because I agree with you. He just got crazy. Those things were funny to people back then, and then it goes out of style. Are we near a point where there are certain things that comedians are going to start having to go away from? And maybe these aren't the things, but I feel like I see so many comedians getting in trouble right now for things that truthfully are more sensitive to certain generations than other, and we all still on the planet.
Well, I think Seinfeld said it a few years ago. He was like, I'm not playing colleges. No, like, these motherfuckers they too sensitive. I'm not playing colleges. I'm not doing it. It's not worth the headache.
That was Bill Maher. I think Bill Maher said that, right?
Bill Maher?
Yeah, because I think at Berkeley, they protested him at Berkeley when he was given.
Yeah. And I just saw, shout out to my man M, took me and Julia to go see fucking Norm Macdonald, and he dropped retard about 37 times and was like, yo, it's in context. You know, like, and he was trying to explain context to people. And someone of my age, I understand context. Other people, they're like, no, you just can't say that word.
Right.
And it's just like, we're a bit more intelligent for that. We're too intelligent. We're too smart to just be Xing off words without context, man. Like, this gay shit right here, him calling them gay, I'm shrugging. Like, I'm like, yeah.
There was a moment there.
Was there a blowback? Was there blowback on this?
There was, and Dave Chappelle said he's not apologizing, which I'm with. I'm down with that.
This is the number one. If you're a celebrity, which we have 4 celebrities listening right now, maybe 2, 3, 1, I don't know.
At least 7. I would play at least 7.
Maybe Anthony Anderson's tuning in. I don't fucking know.
I got 3 I know on my side who always tune in.
Well, Anthony would have to apologize because he's with ABC, I think, or some shit. But like, yo, if you
Disney don't play that.
Yo, if you do some shit, don't apologize. You cannot apologize, because the minute you fucking apologize, it's like blood in the water, and the piranhas they taking a piece. They're taking a piece. So you might as well. You finna get fucked up anyway, so you might as well go out on your shield. You might as well be like, nope, I'm not apologizing. Fuck you, suck my dick. You don't like it. I didn't mean it that way. You took it a different way. Whatever. Like, that's it.
I think that there's one thing I think is interesting with that clip is, if you listen closely, there was a moment when Dave Chappelle whispered away from the camera and was like, "Are you really gay, though?"
Yeah, I heard that.
Like, the way Chappelle said that wasn't even about LGBTQ communities. It was just a reference, you know?
This is what I'm guessing what happened. Dave hung out with the old boy. They was playing, he was fucking around with the piano, talking to him. And he sensed a touch of sugar in his tank. And when Dave got up on the camera, now he's drunk. You got drunk Dave Chappelle, and he's like, such and such, and he's gay. He didn't say fuck him. He just said he was gay. There was no negative connotation attached to it. Or maybe one could argue that there was, but I didn't take it that way. He was just like, it's gay.
I want to say this real quick. Shout out to Ambrosia for Heads for running this story. They also pointed out that on Dave Chappelle's 2 most recent stand-up comedy specials, The Age of Spin, Deep in the Heart of Texas, he was also criticized for making jokes about the LGBTQ plus community. And this is how they ended the story. As the line between what's funny and what's offensive is shifting, Dave Chappelle and Daniel Caesar's exchange may have shown that evolution in real time.
Here is what's funny and what's offensive is I forgot the word I was looking for. It's up for, like, what I find funny is what I find funny, and what I find offensive, you might not find offensive.
Do you find anything offensive?
There's certain things that I find. There's certain things. If people mean offense, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. And if they mean to be offensive, then we can go from there. But if they're really not trying to be offensive, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. just easier that way, or else you're walking around fucking pissed off all the time.
There was one moment in Hyena where you're at a baseball game and some dude behind you was telling some jokes against you or something.
Oh, they kept shitting on my fucking. It was my homies were from Chicago and they're at the Cubs game and the Cubs are winning, and there was like this Mexican day trader looking motherfucker. He looked like some like frat boy Mexican dude, just fucking shitting on us. And I was waiting for them to be like, hey, you guys gonna stick, like, this ain't my team, this y'all team. Right. Like, you gonna stick up for yourself? All right, then go ahead.
And then you flip the script and start talking about the dude's girl. You can see his whole thing collapse.
Yeah.
That's the only moment where I've ever felt like you were offended by something. And I'm not even sure you were offended in that situation. I've had people ask me if Jude gets offended by anything. I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know.
I try not to, man. Like, it's funny. It's like, if I feel slighted or if I don't like the way someone's speaking to me, yeah. A busboy told me to calm down the other day, and I was like, what, motherfucker? Like, you calm the fuck down. Get on your goddamn job, motherfucker. Bitch. Like, but I was at the table with a bunch of people, so I was just like, look, bro, I'm not yelling at you. It's loud in here. I just want to know why you bringing the fucking the hors d'oeuvres and the entrees at the same time. We ain't got no room for none of this shit. But like, yeah, that I get offended sometimes. I get offended. I was like, this one broad, and this lady was like, you can't say that. I was looking at her like, bitch, I can say whatever the fuck I want to fucking say. Like, fuck you. It's all context. I didn't say fuck this dirty ass broad. I was just like, yeah, I was talking to this broad over here. You can't say that. Maybe she was a broad. We don't know.
Maybe she asked to be called a broad.
Fuck yeah. Like, give me the list of words that hurt people, and I'll try to avoid them. How's that?
I learned 2 words that are offensive, apparently. One is female. I didn't realize calling or referring to women. Like, some women get offended if you refer to them as females. It just happened to a friend of mine.
Fuck them.
And then the other one was dreadlocks. I did a piece on hair, and I was talking about when people cut their hair. And I kept saying dreadlocks. I had some dude in the comments section point out that, you shouldn't say dreads because it comes from dreaded locks, and it's something that's insulting to people who have locks. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. I had no idea.
Tell that to Bob Marley.
He didn't like that, apparently.
Not the dread.
That wasn't, apparently, times have changed since then.
So Bob Marley changes. He had a song.
The guy, I'm telling you, man, since then, the guy had all these.
Fuck him.
He had links.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck him. Like, yo, dude, I'm not learning a whole new fucking language because you don't like what the agreed upon term. These are little fucking power plays.
You think so? Is
Fuck
it that
yeah,
big?
dude. Like,
I do think language evolves.
Language does evolve, but it evolves naturally. And if someone's forcing you to say something, that's not natural. And it'd be one thing if it was like, look, bro, like, fucking Eskimo means eater of raw meat, and Inuit is the proper terminology. Can you fucking do that? Yeah, sure, I can do that. Like, fine, not an Eskimo, Inuit, blah, fucking blah, da, da. But like, yo, you all up in like really? That's what's getting your goat. Dreadlocks is getting your goat. Like, you ain't got shit else to worry about in this whole fucking world. Your rent's paid. You caught up. How's your bank account looking? Have you talked to your mom today? You gonna fucking talk to me about dreadlocks? Get the fuck out of my face with that shit, bro.
I tell you, when
female, you can't say fuck. You can't say female. Another woman was upset that I said chick. I wasn't even. I just said I was hollering at some chicks.
Right.
Like, it's. Are you not? Is it gonna get to a point where you can't call men dudes or anybody dudes? Like, hey, yeah, like that dude over there. Like, do I have? What do I have? That human being standing over there wearing a jumpsuit of whatever sex he or she they are thinking they are as we speak. Like, fuck that shit, dude. I got other shit on my mind to be worrying to be policing my language. I'm sorry you had to go through that, Justin. I'm for real. I feel for you, bro. I feel for you. You had some fucking know-it-all.
I take it differently though. You know, from my perspective, it's like, all right, well, you know, I guess there's something I learned and that's new. I'm not married to so many terms to where it's difficult to adjust. You know what I mean? Or at least consider. That's basically where I come from. Like, I'm not married to things that I feel like I got a fight to say. I'm more so married to the things that I'm not going to support on the flip side. You know what I mean? I don't say the N-word, right? I rarely curse. You know what I mean? Like, there's just different things that I don't support.
But both you and I are supported by companies where that word is fucking.
It's common.
By boatloads.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I have to be a part of it, though.
Yeah, but you are a part of it.
Sure,
I'm not saying we're employed by it.
I'm not boycotting the word,
right?
You know,
right.
I'm not walking around with a sign saying if you're dropping N-bombs, you're going to hell. And like, I'm not doing that. It's just a personal, you know, position, and that's generally where I live. But I'm not out here saying everybody should be able to drop F-bombs. The world is coming to an end because we can't.
What's an F-bomb?
Faggot. That's another word I don't say.
I still say that shit. I be calling John faggots all the time. Look at him.
It hurts my feelings.
Not even. It's because you a bitch. Can I call people bitches now or what?
Tell you, man.
Humor and offensiveness is subjective.
100%.
And there's certain shit. It's like that. 90% of the fucking 90% of the people in this world is like, that is offensive. Like, if I take my dick out at a elementary school and wag it around, that is a fucking offensive. We've already agreed on that. Like, but there's all this other these little gray areas that I gotta, where I'm going to a party and I'm having some fucking.
I'm not sure R. Kelly agreed on that.
Third wave. I'm having some person police my speech instead of us just being able to, like, maybe you and I are from two different times in two different worlds and two different tax brackets and two different regions, and we speak, and this is how I speak where I come from, and this is how you speak where you come from, and maybe instead of getting hung up on words, we listen to the person's actual ideas, and then we can have a discussion about ideas. Or would you rather sit there and police my fucking language? Because if you'd rather police my fucking language instead of talk about ideas, you can suck my fucking dick.
Word up.
Bitch. 888-742-3345, 888-742-3345. Dream and DMZ. I don't think it's DMZ. Yo.
Hey.
How you doing, Dream?
Well, no, it is not the DMZ. It is the DMV, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, is this some new region?
Is that Korea?
Yeah, straight up.
Like, where is that? Okay, so I do want to talk about offending people. It all depends on who you're talking to. Because if you're talking to a lesbian, she may not want to be called a female, right? Depending on if she's a butch, type female. So, lesbian. So
she might not be wanting to call it a she while we at it.
Hello. So
it
all depends on the age range as well, too. So if you're talking to a youngin', yeah, maybe they don't understand and everything is so offensive. But if you're talking to someone 35 and up, you can get away with saying certain things. It's in context. Whatever you're saying, me personally, I'm not that easy offended. I'm a African-American female. So, it doesn't really bother me when I'm talking to someone and they reference me as a female because that's who I am. I am a fucking female.
See, that's the thing, though. It's not something everybody agrees on. Like, a lot of people.
I'm pretty much say what I see type guy. I'm say what I see. Even if there's a fucking dude dressed like a woman, I'll probably call her a she. Because that's what the fuck they look like. I'm not gonna. I don't.
And that's how he wants you to call him a she.
But if that motherfucker isn't tricking me, I'm calling him a he. You know what I mean? Like, so there you go. Like, I'm fucking dumb. It's a blue wall. I call the fucking wall blue. That's a door. It's a handle. It's a fucking door. Like, it's like, I'm not going to do mental gymnastics for your comfort. Like,
And you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
But that's
Gross,
cool.
they need to toughen up. They're so fucking weak now. Toughen your ass up. Everything is not to offend you. It's not personal. Get the fuck out of your feelings.
I couldn't dream. That is so well spoken. And it's like, yo, there's offensive things to say to people. You know what I mean? Like, people say like shitty things to me a lot. You know what I mean? I just be like, just dust it off, keep it going, and if they keep saying that shit, then I'll either check them or excuse myself. But it's not like one word. You know what I mean? Over and over again. I've had people like straight up be like, why do you sound like that? Like, and then I'll explain it to them. You know what I mean? Like, I could be like, fuck you, and get all like butthurt about the shit. But like, yo, do they mean offense by it? Do you think Dave Chappelle meant offense by calling old boy gay?
No, absolutely not. And I don't even think he was using it in reference to his sexuality at all.
You think he was just calling him happy?
Yeah, I think he was just being a comedian and making a joke. Yeah. I don't think just because someone says something is gay doesn't mean that they're talking about, you know what I mean, their sexuality at all. Right? Gay is one of those terms that can go, at least in my lifetime, gay is one of those terms that has meant a lot of different things, and none of them had to do anything with same sex anything.
Gay could be like, I've heard, like, as long as I've been living, gay could be happy.
Yeah, and lame.
And you like to fuck dudes and you're a dude.
Right.
Or you're a chick that likes to fuck chicks.
Right.
And like,
and if it's coming from a comedian, it's coming from a comedian, man.
Yeah,
it's Dave Chappelle.
It's Dave fucking Chappelle.
It's not
dude.
like some comedian that no one had heard of made these jokes.
You know what I would do if Dave Chappelle called me gay?
Thank him.
I'd be like, Dave
talk to you.
That motherfucker, Dave Chappelle noticed me, man. And he must think I'm a snappy dresser, or my hand was on his dick. One of the two. It was either my hand being on his dick or my fucking these crocodile shoes that made him want to call me gay.
He loves my Cartier frame.
Yeah. Let's go to Shauna in Corpus Christi. Shauna.
Hi, Jude. How's it going? I just wanted to say that I think intent is more important than what you're actually saying.
I agree with you. I really do. I really do agree with you. Especially, and this is another thing. I cannot wait for these people that are policing words to turn 50 and have some young little fucking asshole come up with a whole new fucking vocabulary that they're gonna have to relearn because everything they've been saying is offensive now.
It's all gonna be an emoji,
right? Yeah, and suddenly it's fucking inappropriate. Look, just whatever, okay? I think everybody has their prejudices and stereotypes, and that's where humor comes from. I think if you are trying to hurt somebody deliberately, you're trying to attack that person, then that's one thing. But if you're just talking shit and busting balls, then I think that's what, that's part of humor. And hey, I personally like, if you're talking shit to me, then, or if I'm talking shit to you, tell me something back. Let's keep going. It's like foreplay, but some people, they don't get down like that, I guess. But
thanks, Shauna. Thank you. That's the other thing that a lot of people don't. Look, I'll play devil's advocate. What's the gay dude's name again?
Daniel Caesar.
All right. I'm just playing. All right. I'm Daniel Caesar. I'm new on the scene. I'm with John Mayer, who's fucking he's a legend for whatever the fuck music he does. That fucking gay ass shit that fucking white girls listen to. And Dave Chappelle. and they're doing a live, and I'm fucking nervous. And Chappelle calls me fucking gay, calls me out my name, and we were good before then. I could understand how he would be upset. I get it. I understand. This is the empathetic part of me. Like I get it, but it's like you got a couple choices here. All right, man, you can either let that shit. All right, you can be pissed off, let that shit roll off your fucking back and play your goddamn song. Be pissed off, blow that shit the fuck up and go off on him, or laugh it off. It's like you got a few options here. Like I understand. Like maybe the dude's nervous. I'm about to play. Now I got fucking Dave Chappelle calling me homos and shit like that. Like God, and especially if he like maybe he's low key gay too. Like damn, I wasn't ready to tell nobody that record doesn't drop for another 3 weeks. Like oh fuck. So like I get it. I understand where he's coming from. I understand. I get it.
If it's not Dave Chappelle, I guess I could agree with you. It's Dave Chappelle, man. This is it's Dave Chappelle. And the camera came on. It's not like it was just in a private room and there wasn't no live stream.
You right. And look, man, but I
can't give it to him. And he is an artist who is in there with John Mayer. Like he is an artist who is on Grammys. He is highly known.
And here's the other thing, man. They might have been joking for a minute. There's been times.
Can't give it to him.
There's been times where I've
got to toughen up, Daniel.
I've gone to like a birthday party or some shit like that, and it's like I'm meeting everybody, and someone that I don't know will like try to crack a joke, and I won't like that shit. Like there's been times where like, hey, how you doing? Da da da. My name's Jude, and then they'll like try to crack a joke on that shit. And I'm like, bitch, we at the like, motherfucker, I don't even know you, bro. Like, and like you from the clown, you're trying to clown on me in front of everybody, and I'll just like, ha ha ha. But in the back of my head, I'm like, all right, man, fuck that dude forever. So like, there's been times
you eat it, or you go in.
Yeah. It's like
Daniel Caesar's been around enough cameras to know better, man.
Straight up,
this whole generation came up with cameras in their face everywhere. They're supposed to know what to do when someone's trolling them.
You gonna crack back? You gonna fucking laugh it off, or you gonna burn that shit the fuck down?
You can't be meek. He showed up meek. Yes, I am offended.
Yes.
He didn't even really get into it.
Dave, like, you offended? Yes. No, I'm not gonna sing.
Come on, man.
I'm not gonna sing my song. You made me mad, Dave.
It's arguably the most famous comedian on the planet.
I want to play a song, come back with play one of my man's songs.
Daniel Caesar.
Play a touch. Just play a little bit of it, and I'll go into like some rapidy rap songs. Fuck it, I'll just play Peasy. I'll just play Peasy. Now let's see. This is the original Quick. That's for those people that's quick to get offended. 888-742-3345. Actually, Joe in Houston, he was offended. Joe, what's up, bro?
Yeah, I wanted to comment about the issue with Dave Chappelle.
Right.
Yeah, I honestly I think he did mean it, and I felt it was offensive to the dude the way he said it. And like you said, he didn't say it more than one time, but he did say it more than one time. That's why I feel it was offensive. And then the term that he didn't want to even apologize for it. Come on now, you just had a LGBT person stand up for you, Dave, and then you're gonna go do this to that man. Come on, bro.
Who was the LGBT person that stood up for him? Just out of curiosity.
Ellen stood up for him.
Oh.
So you know, I'm just saying.
Why did I didn't even know Dave was in trouble.
American, and I'm a gay man too.
Right.
And that's why I could say it was kind of offensive the way it just came out. And then for you to say it in that way again.
Was that Kevin Hart?
Already said that.
Was that Kevin Hart or Dave Chappelle?
It could have been offensive to him.
Yeah, I think it was Kevin Hart.
Was that Kevin Hart or Dave Chappelle?
It was Kevin Hart that which is you confusing.
No, that was for the Oscar she stood up.
Yeah. You confusing Dave Chappelle with Kevin Hart is more offensive than getting called gay.
They was looking for him. Ellen did stand up for him.
Oh,
when
wow,
they first started looking for him.
Gotcha.
When they started looking for All right.
When he first disappeared and ran to Africa,
yeah.
wherever he went,
all right,
for
look.
whatever reason.
Yeah. Look, like I said, I was playing devil's advocate. I understand how that person, what's his name, could be offended. Like I get it. Especially if you are gay and you don't like
No, but I feel the girl too. I'm not the one that get personally felt wholehearted about any of that, because I'm confident in myself. So it don't bother me, and I'm not the person that everybody look at and they just look at and say that. So I don't have that problem. But I'm just saying it's offensive the way he did it.
Did you hear the part?
I don't care how long. You know, it makes it seem like because he's been a comedian so long, we have to accept it. But if an average comedian who just started come up today and say something about it, they're going to be ridiculed too. So what's good for the goose is good for the hen.
Real quick, did you hear the part where Dave Chappelle whispered off camera, "Are you really gay?" Like he sounded like he was sincere when he asked Daniel Caesar if he was actually gay.
And remember, you said all behind the scenes. Did they play the behind the scenes for everybody?
No, this was actually in the clip. It was in the clip that we showed.
He whispered it. Here's what I think. This is what I think. I think Dave Chappelle thought he was gay. Then cracked a joke that he was gay. Then my man got offended and was like, "Are you really gay?" But like in the back of his head, I think his spidey senses was pointing out like a bunch of gay stuff. Like, oh, that's gay, that's gay, that's gay, that's gay.
Yeah, he was looking for it, and he found
it. I think when he called him gay, he meant that shit, and he meant it. It might have been a joke, but I think he was fucking calling his ass gay, like for real, like not in a jokey way, like jokey but not jokey. You know, like there's humor in the truth, so I can understand why old boy would get upset. That's what I'm saying, and I'm not even saying like slander or no shit like that, or like it's a hate crime. I'm just saying like, yo, dog.
But if you are, you shouldn't be offended.
Yeah, like, yo, dude, I'm just trying to be like a low-key gay dude, play this piano, man. Why you calling me fucking gay, Dave Chappelle? What, in your drunken stupor? Like, come on, man. Let me just play this fucking song, man. Like, I get where Joe's coming from. I get where.
And you could have clapped back at Dave Chappelle, because you know they got a lot of jokes that you could talk about him.
Bro.
That ain't my place to do. So,
yo.
Like you said, nobody could stand a chance. I guarantee you I would stand a chance. I would sit there and roast this dude. But it's not cool. And I don't do that for a living.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, I wouldn't have a piano showdown against the gay dude. What's his name?
Daniel Caesar.
Yeah, against Daniel Caesar. Why I gotta keep calling him the gay guy? I wouldn't have a fucking piano showdown with Daniel Caesar, and Daniel Caesar was smart to not fucking get into some roasting battle.
Go back to penis
with a fucking drunk Dave Chappelle. 888-742-3345. We got. Let's just run through these. Tyler.
Yo, so. Couple months back when that whole border crisis bullshit was going on that everyone's making a big deal about it, I made a little joke. I said we should build a little enclosure right past the fence, make it like 20 feet wide by 100 feet long, fill it with landmines, and whoever could make it through to the end, they get automatic. Well, some dude I work with got super offended, had to walk out of the fucking room.
Yeah, I wouldn't have cracked that joke at work.
Well,
what do you do for a living? I hope you work in a warehouse or some shit like that. You work on a construction site, or are you in a building?
I mean, like, I'm in the trades, so like, yeah.
Oh, you're in a stock market type trading shit?
No, not that kind of trades, like skilled trades. I mean, that's skilled too, but
but you're like, yeah, I probably wouldn't crack that joke, but It's tough. Like, it's people a little touchy on that one, but
yeah, but there was 5 of us in the room all together because we're all like apprentices and shit. And one of the dudes is like full blown Mexican. He was laughing at it. He found it funny. The dude who got offended walked out to like African American and Colombian.
Well, half of them was mad.
I mean, the Colombian, right? The Colombian part was pissed.
That Colombian part was bad to the motherfucker.
Yeah, he probably wanted to stab me, but...
Man, you just. Hey, look, man. Here's the deal. If you're gonna be an asshole, you gotta know when you're being an asshole. Did you know? Did you know that you were being an asshole when you was saying that shit?
I mean, we were all cracking jokes, and I think, but this dude's always kind of.
I'm asking you a direct fucking question, bro. Did you know you was being an asshole when you was saying that shit?
No.
Then you need to be more self-aware of your jokes. You need to know your audience better.
Big facts.
That's all. Like when I'm a dick, I know exactly when I'm a dick. Every fucking time I say some asshole shit, I know I'm gonna offend. I have a whole list of people that I'm offending in my brain and saying fuck them if they don't like it. Cause I'm coming from a fun place. And if they take it the wrong way, fuck it. But you don't have that, and you need to get that. And I suggest you don't do that. Like you practice that shit outside of the job. I swear to God, man. That is. I'm not saying you a good person, a bad person, none of that shit. Everybody got jokes, but buddy, you cracking race jokes on the clock. Yee. I don't like my job. Let's go to y'all better be all right, let's see Buddy in the DMV.
Man, I've had people talk about the locks and the dreadlocks. I've had them for 13 years. I don't get offended by it, but I know a lot of people that you can't say dreads. You can't say dreadlocks. I'm like, man, fuck it. It is what it is, man. People been saying dreadlocks for years.
It was brand new to me.
Especially like Jamaicans and that whole aspect, some of them would get highly offended if you say dreadlocks. They would get heated.
Why is it? Why?
I'm like, man.
Why do they get offended?
Oh, go ahead.
Why do they get offended?
Because they talk about the journey. Some of them has went to prison, and so of course when you go to prison, they gotta cut your hair, go back. And so with all of the history of it, they're like, okay, well, oppression and all of that stuff, they have an issue with it. Me, I'm like, it is what it is.
That sounds like a big barrel of bitch shit that I just, like the journey. Like what journey? Your journey? You got out of jail? Or
No, not me.
I'm just saying, like a lot of cats be claiming other people's oppression and then getting mad about it.
Man, I've had people question me about my locks and why I grew them and why I had them. I'm like, I could tell you why I had them, but it's not going to change the fact that I have on that. Then when I tell them, they're like, oh, okay, I understand. I respect your journey. I'm like, all right, cool. It is what it is. But the most that I've had pushback from is usually either Jamaicans or just like random. But usually, locks, dreadlocks, whatever. I call them locks. You know, the person I was just taking with Uber, she called them dreadlocks. It is what it is.
It was some roster shit, wasn't it? Like,
yeah.
I think the term dreads, though, was an insult initially. And so it was like dreaded locks, right? It wasn't a self-created term. It was applied by an oppressor. But I don't know. Right. I just learned this.
Yeah,
I just learned this.
Could be. I'm not disagreeing with you. It could be.
You kind of are. The could be is like could be.
I don't know. Yo,
could be some guy who went to jail, got mad, told his friends, everybody believed him.
Yeah, but I'm gonna need to see some. I'm gonna need to see a couple websites and some. I'm gonna need to see a bibliography on this shit before I start policing my fucking language and shit. That's all I'm saying. Fucking guy.
I'm Googling right now. Not for this show, but I'm definitely going to Google.
I think it's just
I'm curious about this because I
dude.
I didn't do any additional research on the comment. I just I was like, oh, okay, that's easy enough to avoid.
Oh, I dread those locks. Oh,
it was something. There's something to this.
Maybe.
Thanks, caller. That was dope,
you, bro.
You're right about the dreadlocks thing.
What's that?
It was. I guess they said back. It was like a religious thing that they would grow their hair out until they came back from war. And when Christianity saw it, they called it dreaded. It was disgusting and disturbing. So that's what they coined the phrase dreadlock.
And then they embraced it. They took a word that was hurtful and they embraced it. They flipped it on him.
I don't know. I mean, you mentioned the Bob Marley song. I'm not sure if he spoke for everybody. Maybe that song did, but I don't know.
I don't know, yo, but like,
I'm so ignorant on this. I don't even know. I can't even say it.
I'm sure a lot of words came from hurtful places, and they're no longer hurtful anymore.
Definitely. I don't think it means every community gets to use the same words. I'm not calling my homeboy's girlfriend honey. Not calling her baby. That's what they call each other.
Well, that's a spurious fucking argument. Let's go to fucking Stockton and Salt Lake.
Yo, so I don't understand how everyone gets so fucking offended over everything nowadays. Like, everyone has a reason to get offended. Keep in mind, these are the same people that grew up on Family Guy and fucking South Park. How are those people getting so offended over everything?
Not just Family Guy and South Park, NWA, Ghetto Boys, fucking Ball and G.
I mean, kids nowadays talk shit and get offended and everything. Then they go home and listen to NWA and watch South Park, and they watch all this shit, and in the comfort of their own home, they can be as offensive as they want, saying whatever they want. And then they go to school or they go to work or anything like that, and all of a sudden they're offended over every fucking thing that's said. I don't understand it. Like you said, if you're going to say something and not apologize, then stick by it, And if you're not going to apologize, then don't. And be an asshole or whatever, like you're talking about earlier. And if you're going to apologize for it, don't fucking go home and watch South Park 10 minutes later.
Let's go to Ruffin and Bed-Stuy.
I hope kids are listening to NWA. That'd be cool.
I don't even think they notice the like. That's the thing. Like, people listen to this station and then they get upset about certain things. I'm like, are you even listening to the lyrics of half of the shit you're singing along with? It's way more offensive. There's way more violence towards people and women than anything that any of us could say, and you're singing along to it. Do I need a beat behind me? Do I need a fucking chorus for this to be okay with you, fucking moron? If you don't like it, go to the Show Tunes channel. There's nothing offensive on there. Luck be a lady tonight. Ruffin and Bed-Stuy.
Hey, what's going on?
Chillin', man. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was just going to tell you about, people's skin is too thin nowadays, right? I work for MTA, New York City Transit. I'm a conductor on the train. About a year ago, they gave us a memo. We're not allowed to say, ladies and gentlemen, in our greetings, not to offend anybody.
Because there might be like some non-binary cats on the train that's going to be
exactly. But I've been in New York my whole life. That's been the greeting since I was a little kid. Every greeting started off, ladies and gentlemen, then the announcement. Yeah, if we ever get caught making the announcements, ladies and gentlemen, we get written up.
That's crazy.
People have got too much time on their hands to be worried about all of these damn offensive things. That's why all these kids, everybody's growing up soft now.
Ladies and gentlemen and fluid.
And my man is like, Ruffin, you a working dude, right? You sound like a blue collar cat to me. Like, he's got to redo his whole fucking language to not offend 0.03% of the population. Like, come on, man.
For real. You know how hard it was to change that? You've been doing that for so long, ladies and gentlemen. Next stop is so-and-so. You know how hard it is to change that and not mess up? Now
what do you say? Hey,
we got to say,
hey, everybody.
Good morning, passengers. Hello, riders.
Well, they got a lot of automated stuff now, too.
Rider's offensive because fucking 300 years ago, they made people ride into the war, and then when they rode back, it was all dirty, and they said, look at those riding ass dirt motherfuckers. And now you can't don't say rider either, bro. That is offensive.
That sounds like a slur.
Yeah, shit is real. It's a gay term for dick rider. And if you jocking somebody, so you can't say rider on the train either, man. Shit is real out here. Blair and Little Rock.
Yo.
Go ahead,
what
man.
Up?
What's up?
Hey, man. Hey, I was just going to call in and tell you that, first of all, man, I agree with the dude that said he said that people are offended in public and then they go home, watch South Park all day and all night and all that shit, and they laugh at those fucked up, faggot this and hoe that and.
I know.
Anyway, but,
I'll have a chick cuss me out for saying a certain word and then sing along word for word with "Ain't no fun if my homies can't have none."
Right, exactly.
I'm like, what are we doing here?
Also, get ready for. I heard you say that somebody opened up a big barrel of bitch shit. I'm about to open up a big barrel of boss shit right here. Listen to this. Okay, so I feel as though it is 99% impossible for comedy to even exist without sarcasm. And sarcasm, by definition, Judy, sarcasm is a sharp and offended. This is Webster's dictionary here. A sharp and often satirical or ironic utterance designed to cut or give pain, bro. I mean, that's the first definition of it.
I think sarcasm.
That's the number one definition.
I think sarcasm is the laziest humor.
I think it's way more complex.
I think
sarcasm.
Sarcasm is the laziest humor, but I feel you.
But we can't agree that comedians are the ones that help push boundaries, help make us look at things in a different way, tackle certain subjects, subject matter that's hard to tackle.
I don't think it has to be offensive, but I hear where y'all are coming from. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think there's a lot of comedians who are hilarious who don't have to offend people.
It depends. Everybody's offended by everything nowadays, so it's like
my favorite Chris Rock, not favorite Chris Rock joke, but one, for example, where he talks about shaking the chick. To me, I don't know if that works right now. Right? He says he'll never hit a chick, but he'll shake the shit out of her. And he's like, come here, sit down and eat your food, right? I don't know if that would work right now.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know. I think he might be able to get a pass.
What do you think?
I think he get a pass.
No.
I was
all gonna find something offensive or not offensive, or take some shit one way or not another way, and it's just it's too fucking hard, man. It's too hard tap dancing around all this shit. I'm lucky enough to have an audience that I probably lost a gang of motherfuckers, but I also got a gang of motherfuckers that are like, okay, dude, you know what I hear from people that are like, man, it's just so nice to hear motherfuckers just having straight talk and being honest and fucking just speaking the real. How we talk in our homes, and it's getting more and more. We're editing ourselves more and more each year as it goes by. We're more afraid of saying some shit. We're more afraid of offending somebody, not because their feelings will be hurt, but because our careers could be ended based on fucking fucking such and such said the wrong thing. Let me go fucking hop on Instagram and talk about that shit, or I'm gonna go to HR, or I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna go do that. That cats won't even check you no more, bro. They just let you say some shit and then go run off and tell. We in a fucking victim telling fucking society now, bro. And it's weird, man. It's just weird. It's fucking crazy, Justin. It's crazy. I'm dreading it.
I don't know, man. It's so crazy. I was reading something. I kind of feel 72% of the people on the internet are just talking to themselves. There's more people who are the same people with fake accounts than there are actual people who are online. And I feel like a lot of this is internet culture, right? This is let's all pile on, tweet at somebody about something that offended us, and let's find a way to go viral so we can show up on World Star. I definitely don't think that the answer to the question is to offend everybody, but I do think respect is paramount, and I'm not, whatever situation or whatever balance is necessary for that to be the case is the one that I rock with.
I hear where you're coming from, but I also think that understanding
that goes both ways, right?
Exactly. one should try to have understanding for and empathy for one another.
And that's where Daniel Caesar messed up. He didn't have understanding in the situation. He heard a buzzword and immediately took that scenario as that's what it means.
I kind of think he was really gay and didn't know how to take it.
You can have people, you can be really that and be like, okay, just because you really are. If he's really gay, he's really encountered that. And he should really know he's talking to Dave Chappelle. And really handle it better. Because he really looked lame.
Would you say he looked gay?
Well, no, because he might get mad at me. Now I feel uncomfortable because I've made him upset.
Yes. I don't feel safe in this workplace right
I didn't
now.
want John Mayer to have to go through that.
Poor John Mayer.
Poor John Mayer.
John Mayer was the real victim. I was just trying to get my two black friends together. And now look. Fuck.
No, it's just me and the plush toys.
Let's end with Frank in Cleveland. Go ahead, Frank.
What's up, Jude? I think all this shit has been manufactured by the media the last 5-6 years. The only reason people are offended now is because they're told they need to be offended. And it's just a constant rhetoric. I mean, how can people even be funny anymore if everyone's offended by everything, right? I got a difference of opinion from you, you're offended. I got to change my mind now?
Yeah, I hear you, man. Let's end with Raphael and Modesto.
I feel like we're the
Hey, yo.
Yo, what up, man?
Yeah, not much. Hey, yeah, I've got some dudes that worked at my work. We were all clowning, attacking each other, saying, little racial stuff. So my crazy ass decided to say something about, feather Indians, you know what I mean? And this dude freaking went and cried to HR. And freaking, we had a sensitivity meeting.
Bro.
This poor dude over here, that was me cracking a joke. When I went back into the shop, I looked at him, just shook my head, and I said, man, I'll pay $50 for one of those ancestry blood tests to see what kind of mutt you are. They send me home.
And you probably got some paisa in you too, huh?
I'm a hella bean, bro. I lived in Mexico for a year.
That's a lot of bean.
That's indigenous and on indigenous crime right there. Fuck it.
You hated your job.
And that dude has the last name Rodriguez, bro.
See, man, yeah. Like, and what do you do? What do you do anyway? I'm just out of curiosity.
I work in a warehouse for irrigation stuff.
Yeah, there was a we haven't brought this up, and I guess this is maybe an interesting place to fucking wrap it. Is there was a time where you haze one another. Like, we're all working together, we got this shit job, and you just fucking you crack jokes back and forth, you haze each other. It creates a hierarchy. It also creates unity in a way. Like, all right, yeah, you busted my balls, I bust your balls, we're all in it together. But like, if this dude comes up that we don't know, that comes up talking shit, we got him. We're we're all in it together. And these complaints are kind of robbing people of of a way to get connected to one another. Get rid of the hazing, like, to see if a motherfucker really belongs on this job, see if a motherfucker really belongs in this platoon, see if a motherfucker really belongs in this firehouse. And I'm not sure if that's, I don't know if that's for the best. Like, sometimes some jobs don't take being nice. You need someone that's tough. I need someone tough doing to do certain jobs. I don't need a fucking nice guy that's gonna cry over a fucking word. And like, if someone's carrying me out of a fucking burning fire, I don't give a fuck what they call their coworkers, just as long as they can lift me.
It's just so interesting, man. I definitely agree with you on that point. I just need people to be good at their jobs more than anything else. I don't know if it takes hazing to make that happen at a fire department.
I think it's just a natural. I think
community and culture and teamwork is all important. But do you gotta beat somebody's ass to do that? Do you gotta, like?
You played sports.
I did.
Did y'all haze each other?
Yeah.
All right then.
I'm not sure it made us win more games. We did. We
Well,
also went to eat together. You know what I'm saying? We
That's
also,
the whole point. That's
we
the whole
also,
point.
like,
You
did-
haze each other and you go to eat together. That's my whole fucking point.
Yeah, but I've also been on teams that didn't haze, and we had better records sometimes. I think community and all that stuff is together, but I don't think we have to. There's certain things I don't think you have
y'all
to do.
give each other massages and shit, or
I think you could. I think you could play ball. You could smash chicks. You can go to dinner.
Right.
You could do what all these things. You don't have to. Like there's certain. We make it seem like certain things are necessary, and if this doesn't exist, there's no way to create that feeling of togetherness that we want. I don't believe that.
okay. Well, Justin doesn't believe it, and we're out of time.
Yo, Jude, follow out the company, man, on everything, man. I enjoyed this conversation, and I think this is an important one too. So I appreciate you.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in, and shout out to Dave Chappelle and the fella that he Clay. Is it Clay?
Daniel Caesar.
God damn
Close,
it.
close.
Almost called his ass Clay Aiken. Daniel. I know, dude. I'm fucking up. Daniel Caesar.
Oh,
You're accepted no matter what you are. You are accepted.
Great penis.
You're a wonderful penis. No one can take that from you, Daniel. The company man on everything. Follow him.
Mic check.